News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, several students are injured in a bus crash, and law enforcement raid a suspected drug house. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Members of our local high school football team and staff are involved in a crash. It's Friday, September 6th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, students, parents, and staff are thankful last night's bus crash on the highway did not result in serious injury. The junior varsity football team was returning from a home game last night when they came into contact with what some say is a construction vehicle's crane.
Yeah.
I want to know what the hell happened.
I don't know. We hit a crane on. We hit a crane. Crane on.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office, Nevada Highway Patrol, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, and officials from the Nye County School District responded to a vehicle accident that occurred last night on South Highway 160. Around 11 p.m., a school bus carrying members of the Pahrump Valley High School junior varsity football team were involved in an accident with a piece of construction equipment in the work zone near the Tacopa turnoff. School District Superintendent Dale Norton also adds that there was response from Clark County Volunteer Fire Department number 79, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, AMR Ambulance, as well as Mercy Air. Nye County School District staff immediately began calling families whose children were involved in the accident. 4 students were medically transported as a result. Additional students who were transported by personal vehicle. News 25 has learned that all students who were transported to the hospital have been released at this time. NHP says that the accident occurred at mile marker 36. A construction vehicle was allegedly moving a concrete barrier in the construction zone, and the bus struck the front portion of that vehicle. There were approximately 40 students and 3 coaches on the bus. They say that they are still investigating and have not determined fault at this time. News 25 contacted Aggregate Industries, who owns the piece of construction equipment. They say that they were concerned to hear of the accident last evening that occurred in the construction zone on Highway 160. They add that they are working closely with authorities who are investigating this incident and are not in a position to provide any other details. They sincerely wish the best for the students and individuals involved in this accident. We spoke to Fire Chief Scott Lewis, who responded last night.
Just before 11 o'clock last night, we were dispatched for a mutual aid assignment for a motor vehicle accident involving a school bus. The initial reports are that there was significant damage, there was possibly entrapment, and that there was a number of injured persons. As we were responding, we were notified that possibly it was a Nye County School District bus that was returning from a football game. We responded with 2 medic units, our heavy rescue, and a chief. And upon arrival, we found a bus that was parked on the shoulder of the road on the northbound lanes of Highway 160 in Clark County. We completed a scene size up risk assessment, and we found that the majority of the occupants of that bus were standing along the shoulder in a safe area. There were several that were remained on the bus that had various levels of injuries. Crews were assigned to providing patient care, not only from Pahrump but also from Clark County. As a result of those assessments, it was determined that 2 patients should go by flight to trauma. Mercy Air's airships 7 and 24 were managed at the scene. Patient care was transferred, and those patients were subsequently flown to trauma. A Las Vegas-based ambulance also transported 1 patient by ground to Donohue while the Pahrump unit secured paperwork. We then coordinated a plan with NHP and school district officials, and we transferred. There was a rescue bus that was called out, and what I mean by that is a second empty bus was brought to transport the original occupants. Those occurred, they were taken back where there's a reunification with their parents at the high school. And then those that were, indicating to us that they may have some injuries or soreness beyond what was at the scene, we reassessed with the parents and one patient was subsequently transported to Desert View Hospital from the secondary triage area.
It was kind of scary because everyone was just freaking out. We didn't know what to do. People were hurt. Worried about my other teammates. They were all family. I was life flighted out. So I hit my head really hard, so they said I got a concussion and the neck pain and back pain. That's about it. We're going to be closer as a team now.
Yeah?
Going to be stronger than ever. It was kind of scary being in that helicopter, but then you see Vegas, so it's kind of cool.
Did you talk to your mom right then?
I talked to her in the ambulance when I was in the ambulance waiting for the helicopter. But she was just freaking out, crying.
That phone call was nerve-wracking. We were already ahead of the bus on the way home from the game. We had already pulled in the driveway and was just waiting to meet the bus at the high school to get the kids. And that's when I received the telephone call from EMS Vegas, stating the fact that there was a bus accident and they were getting ready to flight Jake out. So, yeah, so my heart sunk. Complete and utter anxiety attack. I still have not had any sleep. I have been up since 5 o'clock yesterday morning and I have not slept. I can't sleep. I still haven't been able to come down off the adrenaline rush.
What do you think about that bus driver?
I feel bad for him, but he needs to be hailed a hero because he kept that bus from rolling over. Yeah. And a lot of people are quick to judge and they want to blame the driver. I'm saying no, don't blame that driver. He kept those kids safe. We're a family. This community is a family. We are all very close-knit. And football moms and football players, we all stick together. We're close-knit. We're a family. We're a football family. I'm just very thankful that nobody got seriously hurt. It could have been so much worse.
More news after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, it is here. The foldable phone has arrived from Samsung. That and more in today's Business First Brief.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the head of the Fed speaks today in Switzerland. Traders hope Chairman Jerome Powell will tip off the next rate move by the Fed and whether a rate cut is in the works for the FOMC meeting September 17th. At long last, Samsung's $2,000 new foldable phone is available. Samsung says the Galaxy Fold has been redesigned. The device was originally supposed to launch April 26th, but the phone's screen was breaking in the hands of reporters. Factory orders edged up 1.4% in July. That is the second straight monthly gain. And Michael's is getting ready for Christmas. The arts and crafts chain plans to add 15,000 seasonal workers. Last year, more than 40% of holiday employees were hired into regular roles.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Well, thanks, Angela. A property located between Kellogg Road and Navajo Boulevard was the scene of what appears to be a drug-related crime. The Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, auxiliary units, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Hazmat, and Las Vegas Metro have cordoned off the area of Navajo Boulevard on the south side of town for an operation at a group of trailers located in the 4500 block of Navajo Boulevard. Traffic is blocked off in all directions around the scene. News 25 has attempted to contact Las Vegas Metro and the Nye County Sheriff's Office, who have not issued a press release at this time, although News 25 has learned that this is some type of illegal drug lab operation. Several animals were also removed from the property and were taken into care and custody. There is no injuries reported at this time, and it is unknown how many residents live on this property and how many arrests have been made, if any. Well, today, Darby stopped by Desert Haven Animal Society to show you Patrick, who is a beautiful white shepherd looking for a home to call his own.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Patrick. Patrick is about a year old. He is a all-white shepherd mix. He actually has some really cute markings on him. His ears go from white, and then at the tips it's just this little beige color. Super cute. He has a very calm personality. Come down to Desert Haven. They're on Siri Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. They're also offering right now a senior-to-senior program. So a senior can adopt a senior dog at no cost. If you would like more information about that, give them a call, 775-751-7020. You can go online at deserthavenas.org or check them out on Facebook at Desert Haven Animal Society.
Thanks, Darby. And Ubaldo's telling me that he wants Patrick, so I hope he runs down there and gets him. But if not, Patrick's still available. I know Ubaldo's been looking for a dog. All right, we'll have more news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Well, Jacob Holloway from the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension talks about the various uses of hemp. The industry has been exploding here in the Silver State.
Depending on the studies, hemp uses slightly less water than alfalfa or cotton. But it really just depends, because we are also finding out that we still need to fertilize this crop if you want to bring it to a full stage for flowering to harvest for CBD. Now, one of the things that the Hemp Advisory Council that I'm sitting on, we want to do is explore other uses for hemp beyond CBDs and look at hemp for fiber use. So that's clothes, that's creating paper, that's creating textiles, that's creating concrete, that's creating wood composites, that's creating food for the actual seeds can be harvested and milled into grains that are super nutritious. There's just so many things now that we're finding out. You can make plastics, biofuels, so many different things that we're finding out to use with this crop. I would liken it to when George Washington Carver, one of the great agronomists, discovered that we could grow sweet potatoes after cotton and it would restore the soil. In the same way, hemp actually does have a restorative effect upon our soil. So it is a good crop to grow in soils around here that might not be the best soils for other crops, but it grows well here. And so I think we have a good niche for hemp here. I would say it would have a negligible effect on groundwater. I think because it uses slightly less water, it is better, but it's one of those things that if you're growing it out to full potential, you'll find that I think it's on par with alfalfa, I would say. My understanding is, for commercial production, when you're applying for a state business license to produce hemp commercially, for business purposes, you will need to apply for a business license with the Nevada Department of Agriculture. And through their process, they will verify that you have water rights for agricultural production. Now, of course, the law also in Nevada allows for personal production and personal use, so many plants that you're able to grow on your own and have for your own property and domestic use, which is totally different. Now, I know there's some issues in the valley with this regulatory issue, and I am on the Extension Advisory Board for Nevada and working with the Nye County Commissioners. I'm hoping that we can start to develop some different rules and regulations to help the industry. I really don't want to kill the industry. I want to see it grow. And so I hope that whatever regulations that we develop will help better define those appropriate uses and how that process works, because it is a new crop and it is a new regulatory environment. And that's the thing, is we're trying to wrap our heads around that regulatory environment right now, because you have state, federal, and county laws, and some of them don't all go together. And especially on the federal level, they just opened this up, and then they didn't really promulgate any more laws. So it's really going to be with our state legislature and our county commissioners that I think on the local level, we're going to have to develop these new regulations. And I think what I've noticed talking to different public officials so far about this is that there's a lot of ambiguity. People don't fully understand how this crop works. And there is a need for all of us to get on the same page. And so I really think at some point the county, state, and federal officials here in Nevada do need to sit down and talk to each other about these regulations, because I think there is a gap in communication sometimes with that, and it's causing some conflicts on the state and county level.
Yeah. He has so much information. Well, Rotarian Roy Mankins invites everyone to the annual 9/11 Memorial Service.
The Rotary Club of Pahrump is having a memorial for the 9/11 in honor of our local emergency services providers that we would love them to be able to come and you to come. It's going to be at the Calvetta I, approximately from 8 to 10. Maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. We'll be there that entire time. But we really would like the people of Pahrump to come out and support our local emergency service providers. They do a hell of a good job. We also have our local emergency service providers come in and give little talks.
Wonderful event. Arrive early, right there in the Calvetta I. You can't miss it. It's right near the duck pond.
Right, we built it about, I think 4 years ago. We have little bricks inset into our little thing. We just put one in for Tony DeMeo because we thought he was a great guy and going to be sorely missed. It's a place to reflect and to give thanks.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside on our weather cam. And that looks like a beautiful view right there. We're going to find out what your weekend has in store weather-wise after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 104 degrees, the low of 81. Death Valley at 113, the low of 87. 101 degrees, the low of 72 in Amargosa. 97.68 in Beatty. 86.58 in Goldfield. 83.58 in Tonopah. Carson City, a high of 87, a low of 53. Both highs of 91 in Fallon and Fernley. Fallon with a low of 55 and Fernley with a low of 58 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw sunny skies. Our high today was 100 degrees. Winds coming out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. Our humidity at 23% and our sunrise at 6:19 this morning. And for tonight, we're expecting clear skies. It's currently 98 degrees outside. Our low is expected to get around 75 degrees tonight. Winds coming out the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. Humidity at 27% and our sunset at 7:04. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, lots of sunny skies up through next Friday, so that's some good news. Some more good news, our temperatures are still starting to cool off. On Saturday, we're going to see a high of 100, and then we're going to be done with those triple digits for the foreseeable future. On Sunday, we're going to drop down into those low 90s. We're pretty much just going to hang out there all through next Friday. For our overnights, very similar story. We're going to drop out of those 70s. We're now going to be hanging out in about that 60-degree range, just between 62 and 69 degrees for our overnight. So it is starting to cool off, and that is some excellent news. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. We want to remind everybody that, of course, the Pahrump Fall Festival is coming September 26th through the 29th at Petrick Park. You can enter into the parade by getting in touch with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce. There's going to be arts and crafts. Davis Amusement's going to be there. We're going to have a rodeo, entertainment on the stage, and I luckily get to be the MC once again. Lots of bands, giveaways, lots of fun, and of course vendors and food and just a whole bunch of entertainment going on. And of course, if you want to enter the Pahrump Taco Fest, that is October 12th. You can go onto the Pahrump Taco Fest Facebook page. You can give me a call here at station 775-727-9400, extension 201, and enter as a contestant. We are even taking vendors this year. It's going to be lots of fun. And that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.